Hi friends, welcome to Vern, Jack of all trades, master of none. Today we're building a decorative cover for this radiator heat opening. So let's get to it. We're building a decorative cover for our radiator. We've taken the measurements of the opening is 17 3/4 by 25 1/2. So we're going to build a frame around that. The lumber we're using is 1.5 inches wide, so we'll add 1.5 inches to each side. Let me show you the cuts that I made. I took 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of wood, cut them at 45-degree angles. You don't have to. You can do 90-degree square angles. Cut them at 45s. So I cut this one. Okay. I flipped it down to the other side. Once I had the measurement, and I did another 45-degree angle here. Then with this one cut, I took another piece. I just cut one side of it, okay, and then I matched the two together, lined them up, and then I flipped it around, went back to 45 on this side, and then I made my cut here. And then that gave me 2 even pieces, okay? I repeated the same that I just did here with the long pieces until I got my measurement, which is going to be 20 3/4 across, because 1.5 inches on each side. This is 1.5 inches wide. Each side together is 3 inches. So from 17 3/4 to 20 3/4. And then from the bottom to top, my original measurement was 35 1/2 inside the opening, inside the picture frame. So I changed that to 37 because I only added the width of one of these. So I don't want to confuse you. You don't have to get too involved with what I did here. Just make sure that your frame covers your opening, and then build accordingly. So with that said, I'm going to put glue on the ends of these, and then I'm going to nail them together with my pneumatic nailer. So put all that together. I'll use a square just to make sure everything is square. And we'll go from there. All right. So I just wanted to show you how I cut those pieces instead of skipping to the assembly. Hopefully you guys can all see this. I don't want a nail going through my hand, so I'm gonna do this side first. Okay, so I'm gonna do this side first. Then I'll circle back. Okay, wait a minute. It's not as easy, well, it's not hard, but it's not as easy as it seems when you're taking into account the fact that you don't want to injure yourself. So we want to be right there. Let me see if I can get this. Go. not too happy with the way that went, but I'm going to circle back and deal with that. Let's put in the bottom piece. Well, okay. Sorry, my metal here is a little bit beat up. You can purchase new meshing if you want. For my project, I already purchased this a long time ago. You can see the tag was recently torn off here. So no, these things are about 30 bucks. So no need to go buy, for me, a brand new one. So we'll take our measurement here. We'll take a pretty good estimate of the overall measurement. It's 20 3/4, and that's going to be 20 3/4 by a little under 36. So 21 3/4 by 35 3/4. 21 3/4 by 35 3/4. Since we know this is 36, we're going to take off a 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch should pretty much be the tip of the meshing. So I can go right down the top circle line, and that will give me the top measurement. So let me do that. I don't need to draw anything. I can just cut. And you want to get with this sharp. I'm not wearing gloves, which is not the best idea. You probably want to. So take 10 sticks, cut a line straight down. I'll go off a little bit. I don't do that. Maybe something though. You know what I need to be. You can let me show out. I'll try to be as close as possible. So that we have the space that we need. I certainly will go past the mark that I told you that little hole, that first hole in my mark. I'm going to lose space. So again, I'm cautious. So I'm going to cut myself. It can happen very quickly or suddenly, unexpected. Keep your eyes on your project. So I know that that's the proper length, and you can put it up against it just to see. Okay, so we're right on point. All right, and that's okay. You can see why I didn't want to be too big, because that's pretty much right on the mark. If you want, you can go a little smaller. There's no harm in that. But I wouldn't want to go past that first hole. So I tell you what, I'm going to cut it down just a little bit more. Only because I was off the mark initially. Okay, don't do that. I just don't want to stick above it. You gotta be super careful. I think that's good. Alright, so now our second measurement. You said 20 3/4. You can make it a little bit smaller. You can make it 20 1/2 if you'd like. That'll be fine. Let's do 20 1/2. Let's see where that puts us. 20 1/2. The thing about this is, if you put a circle line, that should be straight. That's a 20 1/2. That's this line here. So let me go ahead and mark that. It's this line. And I'll measure it all the way down just to make sure that that stays consistent throughout. 20.5. Because once you cut this, that's it. It's a one-shot deal. Okay, so we'll go take another measurement. Make sure it's 20.5. Yes, it's still 20.5. We said 20.5. So we got, oh, actually, see, we're off. We're at 21.5. So that was a mistake. And that's why I measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once. That'd be nice. 20.5. Alright, so I think this is going to we'll just stay on the line. We're good. And then we will double back with the tin snips. Double back with the tin snips, which are these, and we'll cut straight down. Okay, there we go. Here's the line. And cut straight down, watch your fingers. Again, you might wear some gloves, you might wear some big thick gloves because it didn't cut you. So be careful, whichever rest of the week. Or whatever that means, I wear it. So I just cut my feet off these, so I'm used to. I'm used to myself, actually, my gloves. So what you do. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this will go on the back, right? Back here. Let me just... As a matter of fact, I'm going to take this outside, beat it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we're square. We're square, so we'll go ahead and we'll attach. Okay. Attach. All right, let's see how these go in, these staples. Not sure if all right. For you, but okay. Right. Okay. So now we can take it up. We'll drill a couple of holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. If we need that many. We'll drill a couple of holes and then put a couple of screws. And that'll be it for this project. All right, follow me. Let's go up. Okay guys, so for all intents and all purposes, I'm at the end of this thing. I just want to put a couple more coats of joint compound. So I'm going to go ahead and close it up for you so that you can have an idea of the finished look. So I want to get a level. Okay, so here we go, we're back. Got a level. Let's put this up. Let's get a level on it. It's pretty much level, wow. All right, so we want to be about right there. Actually, I want to come over this way a bit. That looks good. Looks level. Okay, so I'm going to drill. Check the bottom. Good here. So I'm going to drill 2 holes. I'm going to drill one here. Okay, let me kind of. There and one here. Actually, this will get here. So now we'll put the screws in. Let me go grab 2 screws. So swap the bits out. We'll pop the screws in. And then we'll be good to go. So I want to put a screw on the top and a screw on the bottom, but I won't do that now. So we'll leave it like this, and we'll call that finish. You know that I said I want to put more coats of joint compound here, so I'll do that. But you know, I'll paint it up, and you know, paint all of this up, and then I'll give you a look at the finished product. Okay. Here's it, and here's the finished product. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye. This is the finished product.